All praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakwadach. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom salutations to the hopeful electors fighting the good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And as you see this word, desensitize. And this video should be very quick, but you know, the scriptures is very, very repetitive. And I always try to highlight the fact that when you read these scriptures, don't get desensitized to it. So let's read the definition. It said, make less sensitive, make someone less likely to feel shock or distress at scenes of cruelty, violence, suffering. And this is the point that I want. By overexposure to such images. So when we speak on the mark, the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16, don't get desensitized to it. When we bring out the news, the financial news that's about to lead to the MOTB, don't get desensitized to it. So you have to understand that until the Lord come, we have to prophesy. Till the Lord calls a famine of the word, we have to prophesy. The word do not change. The word do not change until these things come to pass. We got to continue to report on it. So the reason I'm making this video, because sometimes, and I'm just being real, if I'm watching a brother's video, I already know what scripture he's going to get. I already know what he's going to say. Do that mean that I should not watch any more videos now? So I'm just speaking as if you're a person who watch videos, right? And you might have a time where a particular activity happened in Israel. It could be by another camp. And you will watch the apostles get on that activity. The elders will get on that activity. Other brothers will get on that activity. So it's like, you can be like, oh my God, all they talk about is this, or all they talk about is that. And I remember at one point in time where the MOTB was coming out heavy. That's why people are without excuse. I've seen people come on Apostle Tahar's comment board talk about all you talk about is the mark. All you talk about is the mark. That's a person being desensitized, because guess what? When these things come to pass, then what? So let me get this scripture real quick and come back. It said, therefore, we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard, lest we at any time we should let them slip. Lest at any time we should let them slip. So when you hear this word, you're not supposed to be desensitized to it. You need to understand that how important it is, and it's going to come to pass. Like, if you see 10 MOT videos today, that's the Spirit of the Lord, because he wanted it to be out there. If you see a whole bunch of videos of the defense of the gospel, like the example that I just made a few seconds ago about if a particular activity happened in Israel, and then you got the elders, apostles, and other brothers, talking about that topic, that's the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord is warning you. So we're not supposed to let these things slip. Because you see, this is why you got scriptures like this. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call you upon him while he is near. So he's near right now. He's near right now because his prophets is here. And as it say in Luke 1:70, the Lord spoke from the prophets since the beginning. The Lord spoke from the prophets since the beginning. So the Lord haven't changed. The Lord do not change. When you read the law, it's a whole bunch of repeating itself. That's why you think the Lord said that Israel is a rebellious, stiff-necked people. When you are rebellious and stiff-necked, you got to continue to repeat things. But these scriptures that we bring out don't get desensitized to it. Because what would happen is that you would start to lose patience. Dang, what is that scripture? I want to say, oh, matter of fact, no, it's not Matthew 24. The Wadi Yahweh Bashma Bashar just popped in my head. It might be 2 and 12, but just to make sure. Yeah. There it goes, 2 and 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Because when you get desensitized to the scriptures inadvertently, you're really losing patience. You're like, oh my God, here we go again. I've been heard that. Oh, he reporting on this, man. This stuff ain't even gonna come to pass. What the Lord is doing through the prophets is setting the stage. So all the videos that you've seen over the years and the videos that you're seeing now, when these things come to pass, as the Lord will, you can't say that I didn't know. When you go to Romans 1, it said that you are without excuse. You see the prophets out there prophesying. You see the edifying videos that go out every day. And it ain't like the prophets is not filtering what's going on in the world through the scriptures. So all these things are scriptural that we report on, and they're literally playing out in the world. So you can't say you didn't know. So by default, when you get desensitized to the scriptures and say, oh, here we go again. Oh, they've been saying that. That's scripture though. But by default, you're losing patience. So woe unto you that lose patience. Woe means destruction. Let's get a classic scripture. All of this is prophesied though. You desensitize people. Knowing this first, they should come in the last days, scoffers walking after their own lust. Oh my God, you been preaching about that. You been saying the MOTB gonna come. You said the MOTB was gonna come a few years ago. You said we was gonna be out of here years ago. Well, the Lord said that the captive hasteneth to be loose. Our hope, we are prisoners of hope, as it say in Zechariah 9 and 12. We are literally prisoners of hope. And when you're a prisoner, you're always looking to be released. The Lord didn't say we have a life sentence down here. The Lord said we have an expectation, and our expectations will not be cut off. We have a reward. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Because, Apostle Tahar, he's the man, so he gets all the flack. He the one that coins every year, the year of prophecy, or the year of Jacob's trouble, or the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, so forth and so on. And then when the things don't come to pass, oh, he's a false prophet. But he didn't say. He always say hopeful. But when you the man, you get all the blame. Just like Judah is the head tribe, they go through the most and they get all the blame. So to whom much is given, much is required, as the scripture says. So it's saying, where's the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation, which means that the reason that we have to continue to keep prophesying about the same things over and over and over is because the Lord, he is very meticulous and he is very organized in everything that he do. Matter of fact, let's get this just to prove. Because every prophecy is going to come to pass. Matter of fact, let me get this verse. I think it's 36. Nope, 35. Nope, 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So that's what people need to understand. So while you getting desensitized or saying to yourself, I'm tired of hearing the same things over and over, I just can't wait till it come to pass. Well, everything got to come to pass before the end come. The Lord is not skipping over no prophecy. Now, going back to the meticulous and the organized, and the Lord is very particular in everything that he do. He structured everything a certain way. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. And ye do not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So the Lord is not about to shake things up for you. The Lord is not about to speed things up because you wanted the end to come today. Now, the Lord also did say, should he not avenge his elect speedily? That's in Luke 18. Because the Lord's time is not our time. And since the Lord don't deal with time, he don't even know what time is. All right. He's the everlasting. Okay. So the time down here and the time in the spirit world, then you got to understand. So we going through this affliction that we going through. When we overcome this affliction, for those who are the elect, and I hope to be a part of that. So when the elect overcome the affliction, then you inherit everlasting life with joy and peace. So everything that we go through can't even be compared to with the promise that we're going to receive. So you have to look at it from that manner. The Lord is about to give us everlasting life. So while you complaining about, oh, you've been saying that, or you might be real down in the spirit and be like, man, I can't do this, man. Always remember the later end. Okay? Now going back. So let's read. I started off at by overexposure to such images. The media have, now it's giving an example. The media has desensitized him to the horror of violence, which is true. Now that's actually a true statement because we've been seeing death our whole life. We are literally desensitized to death. We like, oh, well, whatever. Scroll up, scroll down, whatever, But don't be desensitized to these scriptures, man. So, yeah, like I said, I just wanted this to be real quick, Lord willing, it was edifying. But yeah, man, hey, the scriptures is repetitive. The Lord is, and here's the thing though, the Lord is actually making on his promise though. Don't act like the Lord ain't making on his promise. We're prophesying because we're able to see it. And then we're able to show you visuals. We're able to go into the scriptures and be like, see, this is what's going on right here. So that's a blessing, man. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and Shalom.